2020 Fizz. Them dudes losing all their money. Everybody losing their money. Here comes the rain again. Here comes the rain again. Miss Policina, what's up? Riley, what's up? Good Max, what's good? I'm over here getting it in. I'm over here getting it in, y'all. The crib is almost ready. I've been saying that forever, but yo, I'm telling y'all, it's almost ready. Look, I'm working on a little landscaping thing. We're gonna pressure wash it. You know what I mean, little landscape. I'm doing a little raised bed. You put mulch in there, a couple of flowers in there. It's gonna be beautiful. It's almost ready, y'all. You know, been working hard, yo, months and months. I've been working. Been working for months, y'all. But there's always gonna be a finish line. The race might seem too long, but it's fair. Finish line coming up. Finish line coming up, y'all. Word. You need that deposit in the first month rent. Here comes the rain. Here comes the rain. Hey, I wouldn't have it no other way. You know, I'd do it all over again. I learned a lot. know how to work all the tools, know how to do my own thing. Every time I try to get someone to do it for me, they try to get home in a leg. And if you're trying to get into real estate, there's no way you can pay these people the money they want. No way. I know you heard the thunder. The rain is here. The rain is here, y'all. I guess I got to dip. Whatever I didn't do today, I could do tomorrow. But I had a good day's work today. I'm happy. Tomorrow, everything should be done. This is the 1st of August. I need to be done by the 5th. Somebody waiting to get this spot. Someone waiting to get it. I gotta move these lumber. I gotta move this lumber to another project. I'm going right into another project. I got something else I gotta do. And this is the crib. This is what it looks like. You know? Nice. You know what I mean? Nice joint. Put me right here. I'm gonna throw in seeds in there for them. I'm gonna throw seeds in there for them. I'm gonna throw seeds in here. That way they'll have some food if they want. All right, the rain is here. But I could go to Lowe's and get some stuff for the plumbing. I could walk inside. It's never ending. It's non-stop, yo. Non-stop. Oh man, my window's down. Window's down, y'all. Window is down. My window is down. Gotta go outside. And this is what I gotta do right here. Plumbing. Do the plumbing. I'll be almost there. Oh boy. Things are all over the place. Okay, my window, y'all. Window. Gotta bounce. Oh, tomorrow I gotta put the water heater. Gotta put the water heater on in tomorrow. Water heater in tomorrow. Finish the plumbing. All the plumbing has to be done tomorrow. Everything with the plumbing has to be done tomorrow. That's gonna give me a release. And the only other thing I have to do once I'm done with the plumbing is find. Oh man, I'm using propane heaters in this property right here. Propane heaters. So yo, while I'm talking to you, if you want to get into real estate, you know, you can fix your credit. Conspiracy of Credit by Corey P. Smith. It's one of the first people that I started looking at to do stuff. I was able to fix my own credit, and I fixed my friend's credit, and I fixed my family's credit, and then I know how to do it, and I just started to do my thing. I had a bunch of stuff on my credit. I was able to pull everything out of my credit. Everything. Look at the house, y'all. Beautiful. I thank the Lord. There was a time where I ain't had nowhere to stay, let alone with a house and you know what I mean? No place to stay. One time. the hood, yo, right here. This is where we at. It's the neighborhood. I ain't gotta go far to go home. I ain't gotta go far to go home. I ain't gotta go far. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I ain't gotta go far. Oh, but I gotta go to the store, so I might as well keep rolling. I gotta go to the store. I gotta get. Hold on. Put my seatbelt on. I gotta go to the store, get something to eat. But yeah, I don't know what your dreams and aspirations are, but I want to tell you this, whatever it is, you can do it. I know that everybody says that, but it's true. You can actually do it. You can actually do what you want. Like everything I'm doing right now is things that I wanted to do. I wrote this in my diary. I wanted houses, and I got them. But every day, I used to be passionately thinking about it. Every single day, got to put on this earth. I used to think about, like, I used to walk in a house. I used to smell the house. I used to touch the walls. Bunch of crazy shit like that. I remember, like, I visualized me taking a picture in front of a duplex, me and my daughter. 2 years ago, guess what happened? I took a picture in front of a duplex with my daughter. And I never thought about it until I read it. I was like, oh, snap. I wrote it. I got this other thing. I said, yo, 17 houses, $3 million in cash. 17 houses, $3 million in cash. Don't be afraid to dream. Like, if they ask you what do you want, why you have to shy away for it? People that know you will never think you deserve $17 million or 17 houses and $3 million in liquid. Nobody who knows you think you should be deserving of that, because they're only gonna keep you to your past. They probably remembered you when you used to do stuff that was not conducive to get money, and now you're trying to change on them and they don't like it. Stay away from those people. Only listen to people like me. People are telling you to go get it. Positive reinforcements. Don't be around people that, oh yeah, whatever, yeah, you're gonna get 17 houses, okay, whatever. Don't be around those kind of people, because I was around them. I still am around them sometimes. When I come around, I'm like, I know I could do that, and I'm gonna do this and that, and they be looking stank in the face. But they're not confident like you. If they're not confident like you, they're not gonna want to hear that. Confidence is free. Why wouldn't I be confident? It's free. Fake it till you make it. Even if you're not confident, act like it. Your brain will follow. I mean, why not though? Like, you came out of a vagina just like I did. The doctor had to smack you in the butt like me. I understand along the way we got different programming, and because of that, you might think you could do something. I think I can't do it, but really and truly, ain't nothing but a programming. So you just rewire your brain and tell your brain what you want it to know, which is you're great, man, and you are. You're a masterpiece. God made you. Could you imagine? Nobody could make no nails, no fingernails, no skin. Why you think even people that get dentures, when they smile, it looks good, but you know that's fake teeth? You know what I'm saying? You know God didn't make that. Because what God makes, nobody can make. You know what I mean? The only way you can make what God made is if you follow what he says and make a direct replica. Like basically, if you want a baby, jump on your wife and have one. If you want fruits, put a seed down. But he's already made it. You can't make no seed from scratch. God made everything already that's going to be here. So when I wanted to get into real estate, I used to tell my friends and my family, when I was reading books like this, I always have a book around. I always have a book. I always have a book. If I don't have books like this, I have a book like this. I have a book like this. See? Yeah, it's the Holy Bible. I'm going to have a book. All the books that's going to instruct me on how to be right. I don't want no frivolous books. I read stuff like this. Donald Trump's Art of the Deal. I read everything that's going to give me some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding so I could get to my goal. Everybody's not going to like that you're trying to get ahead. Maybe you didn't read it. Once upon a time, you didn't read. This book right here by Corey P. Smith is 127 pages. But actually, I have to tell you the truth. It's really like 60 pages because of the way he writes, you see? And the way he writes is so simple. He simplified it to the point where a 5-year-old could read it. So he's not trying to make... If you have credit issues, you read books like this. And you fix your credit. And you try to go to the auctions. You find out about houses, even if you don't got no money. Go to the open houses. You don't have to have money. Saturday, dress up real good, your shirt, you know what I mean? Put your pants on and you make sure you always smell good. And you come up in there and you watch how everybody was buying houses, how they do. You go to the open houses, the houses that you want, the ones you inspire to have. And you go to the open houses. The realtor don't know no different. The realtor don't know that you ain't gonna buy no houses. You don't know you're going to buy it. There is a way the universe give you what you want. You don't know how it's gonna come. You just gonna get it. It's gonna look inadvertent. It's gonna look like it ain't supposed to happen, but it's supposed to happen. Nothing happened by mistake. Not even a leaf fall off a tree without God's permission. You're not gonna luckily get a house without it being your destiny. All you have to do is tell your world what your destiny is, because it's all about making decisions. So make a decision to be right there in the present and tell your mind, listen, I want 20 houses, but I want to start with one. I want to start with one and then describe it. I want it to be a 3-bedroom. Okay, so when I come in like this, it's going to be the living room. So when I go to the left, that's my dining room right there. Okay, got French doors, but right there is a chimney. And I have to go around the corner to go to the kitchen. Oh my God, it's laced out in tile. That's how you got to do it. If you don't do it like that, you can't just say, I want a house. You have to be specific on what kind of house you want. You have to be specific on what you want and how you want it, even when you down, even when you ain't got no money. Because when you got money, I'm telling you, you're going to realize that having money is not what it's cut out to be. It's only what it's cut out to be to people who's not going to keep the money. You know the people that spending money? Big chain, $300,000 for a chain? And these dudes don't know nothing about no jewelry. They just go to the jeweler and there's an Asian guy, he's taking all these guys' money. To the point where he start playing a character. Now he got big gold teeth in his mouth too. He's playing a character along with them. He's like, yo, that's what I got to do in order to get these people money. These dudes know nothing about no jewelry. They don't know about the quality of jewelry. They just go, how much is that one? And he look at you and say, 10 grand. Man, I ain't got 10, you got 8. Nah, I get you for 9. This costs $2,500. Just the other day I was watching a show where the lady returned the pendant that she bought for $10,000. The same man she returned the pendant to, he gave her $2,000 for the $10,000 pendant that she purchased from him. If you put that $10,000 into a fixer-upper, even if the roof was exposed, you put a roof on it for $5 grand. Now you don't have to worry about water damage no more. And then you go into Facebook Market, you look for 2x4s, find somebody who's selling 2x4s for $1, because sometimes they have a job where they come in as a contractor. Now there's like 200 2x4s left. They have to go to Tennessee now to do another job. They're not taking it with them. They just want to make some money real quick. Give them $1 a piece for the 2x4s. Now you got enough 2x4s to put up. Now you starting to learn how to put 2x4s up. You starting to learn how to do your thing. By the time you're done, if you sell a house, you can make $100,000. You could refinance the house. You could take it, stabilize it, put somebody in it, go back to the bank, borrow 75% on the dollar. After they appreciate the house, they could after they inspect it and all that stuff, the market value, you could go 5% on the dollar. If the house is worth $1.50, 75% of $1.50 is what? 100, ain't it? 75% of 100 is 75,000. 75% of 50 is 3750. Ain't that right? No. 150. 75% of 100 is $75. $75,000, and it's 75% of 75 is 75% of 50 is 3750. So you get all that money and it's tax free. You can put it in the market and go buy more property. Tell y'all, man. But it's hard for you to do in the beginning. Once you start to get into it, this is all that's gonna be in your car. Plumbing, everything pertaining to. This is a brand new car. You know what I mean? Start putting shit in it. I gotta go to Home Depot and I gotta do this and I gotta do that and everything, man. Everything, y'all. You know what I mean? Everything pertaining to what I'm doing. And I'm consumed with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a goal. I know what I'm working towards. I know who I'm working for. And I know who my properties are for. I have my targeted audience. I have my targeted demographics on who I'm going to go after. I know who needs these houses. I know who I'm into business. I know who I'm into business for. I know why I'm into business. I know who needs my houses. I know who I'm working for. I know who can't get no homes. I know who can't rent no houses even if they got money in their hands. Those are the people I'm here for. That's the reason why I got into real estate. Because I identified a problem and I want to make a difference. I want a solution. Ozar from Nigeria, what's up? You know, it's that's just what it is, man. So every day I wake up and I do a little bit. Tomorrow all my plumbing will be done. I have my hot water heater. I have to change the anode rod because my hot water heater, everything is used. I can't afford these stores. When I go to Home Depot and I look at a hot water heater, it's $600. If I buy one for $100, even if it lasts me 2 years, I get another one for $100. I'll still be in the green. When you get the used hot water heater, there's something called a anode rod. It's 1/116 socket. You got to take that off. Sometimes it disintegrates under all the buildup, calcium, sodium, all that buildup. You got to take that out, and you put the other one in. That prolong the life of the electrical water heater. And all these things I learned. My body used to get tired so fast when I first came down. And I hated physical work. I didn't want to throw no hammers and there were no screws. And I didn't want my hand to be this dirty and rough. You know what I mean? Because I used to sell shoes and clothes. That's what I did before. I had a clothing store. But now, it's all about dust. Look at me. I mean, every single day, look. Everything. All the clothes I got. Every piece of clothing I got is like this. Every piece. And I be like, yo, after I do this project, I'm going to bang out. I'm going to go dress good again. Yeah, right. And I get another one. If I get another house, I'm jumping back in. Until I have enough money where I don't have to be in there. I could just give the money to somebody and they do it. But you're going to be in there regardless, bro. Because a person that's doing it for you is not spending their own money. Money is a very tricky thing when it comes to people, yo. The contractor is not spending his own money, so he doesn't care. You're the one like, yo, why you throwing this 2x4 away? Come on, man. It's like you know how much you paid for that 2x4. So you're always going to be in there. Until you got you a couple millies. Even when you got you a couple millions, you're probably going to be doing net 30s where you're going to be buying a Home Depot and you ain't going to have to do nothing. The only thing you're going to have to worry about, the only thing you're going to have to be worried about is the roof and the structure. If you start net 31 and buying big businesses and commercial properties. But I'm not there yet. I got to still be in the trenches in the hood and make sure my people's good. And then I'm going to catapult myself to another situation. And one day, I'll be, you'll see me on those shows. And you'll be like, oh, I remember this dude, Joe. I was watching him. He used to have like 1 or 2 people watching him at a time. But that doesn't mean anything. You understand? This information right here, a lot of people are not privy to. And I think it's more intimate when you have less people, although I would like for this channel to grow. However, I believe that, you know, the less people you have, the more you can talk to somebody and it can resonate with someone else. But anyway, before I go into this rain, in the city where you live, there is a tax auction every single year. If you don't know, call downtown and ask to speak to whoever is in charge of that. Whoever's in charge of the tax auction, that's who you need to speak to in your city. And ask them when is the next time they're going to have their auction. There are people who loses their home to tax delinquency. Because you know you never own your house in America. Because you still got to pay taxes. Even though you paid $6 million for your house, if you miss your taxes for 3 years, 2 years, they'll take it. So now someone like you will go to the auction and you'll sit there and you'll bid on the house. When you win the house, they're going to keep the money for a year. If you buy the house in October, they're going to keep the money till next October. They might up to 1 year. Because the person have 1 year to retain the house. They can come back within a year and pay their taxes with interest and get it back. So let me tell you what happens. The city, you know they slick, of course. The city is going to use your money. All right? These people didn't pay no taxes. They made you pay the tax. You pay the tax. You bought the house on auction. The city gave you a receipt. If the person comes and get the house within 0 to 3 months, you get 3% on your money. If the person comes and get the house back within 3 to 6 months, you get 6% on your money. If the person come back and get the house within 6 to 9 months, you get 6 to 9% on your money. Even the stock market don't give you 9%. So you can have 9% on your money if the person comes back and pick up the house. Excuse me. If the person don't come back and pick up the house within 9 months, 9 to 12 months, you get 12% on your money. So, if you bought the house for $12,000, you get $1,200 on your money. Well, more than that. Could you imagine? Now, if the person don't come back and get the house on a 12-month day, the house is yours now. You got to go there and sign all the papers, and they're gonna give you the deed. So you're gonna get the house for the tax money. So this person that purchased this house for $150,000, they lost the house now for $14,000 worth of taxes. And now you bought the house for $14,000, and now all you got to do is go in there and put a lipstick on a pig, and clean it up, put it on the market, $100,000. But who's gonna tell you that? Nobody wants you to know that because they want to be the only one to come and have the money. And you know the funny thing about everybody on YouTube, they be claiming to be about the people. As soon as they get money, there go that chain, there go that. Yo, man, if I'm doing that, please pull my coat. Please write down and say, yo, you said you weren't gonna be like that. There they go stunting on you. No, man. To each his own, though, you know what I'm talking about? But I'm not trying to adorn the body. I want to have enough money for me to know I'm comfortable and leave it to my grandchildren. And I know I don't have to work so hard. So look into the auction sales. Call your wherever you live at. Call them and ask them. Say, yo, when you guys have your sales, your annual sales, tax auction, they'll tell you because they want you to come down and bid. And you know it's a handful of people down there. And the people that be down there be the same people that's always down there. They've been down there years. When you go there, they'll be like, you see them every day, they'll never tell you nothing about that. When I went down there, all the people I used to speak to all the time, they're all down there. When they see me, they're like, they really want to be like, what you doing down here? I'm right there too with them. Hey, I'm not buying anything, but I'm here. There's power in proximity. I'm close. Guess what? I was able to bid on some stuff. They had some trailers and shit. I was like, I was able to even win some. I won about a good amount. You know, you could do that. Listen to everybody who's doing real estate. Don't go on YouTube and stroll down. I listen to these people too, you know. I be caught up. I be strolling down. Tasha K be right there. I be like, let me hear what she got to say. Because I love Tasha K. That's one of the sisters that I love. Tasha. Because she understands the world. She understands people. She understands the algorithm. She understands how to move you. And I look at her. I look at family members. I look at her children. And I look at this beautiful family. And I say, all right, these are good people. But they're just playing a part. Bottom line is, listen to the people that you want to be like. Don't listen to the people that's going to get you off your square. And that's about it. But I got to go in this food line and buy something to eat. I'm going to holler one more time, okay? I'm out.